Dumelang. Dumelang. Okay. No, good. You are so kind. You are truly kind on my person. It is people like yourself who really inspire me, who really make me to work even harder, who make me to wake up even in the morning when the body is tired, when there may be pains, when there may be fatigue setting in. But when I think of people of your caliber, and there are so many, make no mistake, there are so many, and they inspire me. People ask me, how do I manage at my age against odds? I say I derive my energy and inspiration from those who are believers. They believe in the divine intervention. They believe that there is a living God. And once they believe in the living God and they are believers, and God is on our side, that person will never succeed. Thank you very much. I think this occasion really is very inspiring. He looks very intelligent. He's a doctor. Remember, he may be on that soil, but he comes from another one. He comes from Motheo. And then we assisted what I called silent revolution, silent leadership. I try to imitate him. Dr. Nzeto is not, you're all over the place. Person. He's not allowed. He's a silent revolutionary. Thank you very much, Doc. Thank you. We truly appreciate it. You know, the hustle and bustle of our work, and then our hectic work schedules, at times we even forget the basics. Just to say thank you, just to say I appreciate, you know, we end up forgetting those basics. To be different, you can keep your material things. Just do one thing, greet me. Whether two neighbors, the other one is your top-notch, have arrived, and a materialistic person who has acquired it, who is so successful, who drives very big cars, and next door you have got your RDP house, people who are eking evening. The only thing that will unify them, the only thing that will unite them, the only thing that will make them resonate, keyboard. Yes, you have arrived, you have been blessed, it's fine. Yes, I'm still struggling with the basics, it's fine. But there is this common thread, Kopanya. Both. And both, whether you know me, whether you know my language, it doesn't matter. You may be neighbors who speak two foreign languages. You may not understand one another, but there is just one thing that will unite you. You both. Dumelang, how are you? Are you fine? Thank you. Have a wonderful day. You have made my day. Our work, because of what defines our roles, we end up forgetting those small things that unite us. Hence, I'm saying, I may not be saying it every day, Doctor, but if there is one thing, you must know that we, as Motheo, we value your support. Your important thing to do is us. Therefore, if you can't appreciate that someone has prioritized us as the number one priority on a Saturday on the 10th of February. Other people have got other big priorities. With them, we were priority number 21. And then therefore, someone who has made us priority number one, if we don't say we appreciate it, we value it, and then we'll be failing in our leadership responsibilities. I think I must also really appreciate and acknowledge the undivided support and leadership of our own, one of our own again, and then in the religious space, Moruti Marum, Pastor Marum, the official title, Pastor Marum. You know, someone who has become so synonymous, someone who has become a common denominator, and then where governance issues are discussed or are being handled, reasoning with impartiality, with standing up, even for those who can't stand up in certain spaces. You see, in life, there are certain spaces where you must keep your silence. And you say, I am not going to contest this space. It is not my space. But when it is like that, when there is mud thrown at you, when there are insults thrown at you, you say, I'm not going to get into this contest. It is not an ethical contest. It is not a clean contest. I can't date myself. I'm going to keep my golden silence. But deep down, you expect to say, there will be someone who will say, no, it should stop. No, you can't continue. No, it is not justified. It is not moral. It is not ethical. If you don't hear that voice, and those voices, when it is like that, they are non-existent. If they are very few and in between. That is why men and women of integrity at times will stand up, and I have known Pastor Marumo to be like that. Someone who doesn't really buy a face, who doesn't window dress. To tell you this, the program director, I will stop abusing the space. But really, I think I'm really saying it from the bottom of my heart, and also on behalf of Team Motheo, Pastor. Baruti ba pata ba nyadisa ba all over ba cancel. Empa yena o tlile mo ho rona. Therefore, Banabaka, if there is one lesson as a leader that you must take out of this, is to be grateful and say it. Whether people may like it or not, say it, appreciate, be grateful. In so doing, and then you are also motivating those who are making you their priority to say, I appreciate it, continue. The people who invest in us, and if we don't tell them, they may take their investment somewhere else. Thanks, Pastor. And then I know that the leadership of the Association of the Structure in the province, Dr. Hanset, the institute, it is because they are believers. It is because they put their money in a way it matters most. And then they may be representing someone, or they may join us. If they may be joining us, and then after I have left because I've got another commitment, please, program director, Dadidingan, convey our gratitude. And I know that there are also those who invest in us. Sorry? Daddy, is he here? Okay. Hey, Wanda. No, thank you very much. No, thank you very much. I did not see you. Well, one of most of you at night, you are parents. Well, Ronaldo and Arthur. Gore bona o apara mpa e blue-nyana ka besong. No. I really, you see, it is so good that I have said this, not knowing that you are here. Yes, we really appreciate the leadership. We are ably led that towards the end of the year, no matter how my body may be feeling, I must diarize one date in December where I must come and serve. I must come and serve the governors in the Free State. And then through your coordination, able coordination, your leadership, your support. We truly appreciate it. We truly appreciate it. Without you, and then we'll never be who we are. We'll never be who we are. That even in the social media, I follow you. But I must be honest, and in some instances, I will expect your voice, and I don't hear it. I'll expect your presence, I don't hear it. I say perhaps he's absorbed by the other things. You see, that's the problem of good leadership. You create expectations. You create expectations. Therefore, you have created huge expectations in us as Motheo. And we are really pleading with you that perhaps you need to be more conscious of them, be more aware of them, and extend your hand of friendship, of your leadership, and then to pull us. Perhaps we are also guilty. We may not be articulating our expectations enough to be known. At times, our humility. Hey, how about you grow with that. It may be a huge disadvantage. Because other people will stand up and their positions will be known. I don't want these leaders to be like that. Humility should be coupled with assertion. Humility should be coupled with assertion. Being humble does not mean that you should be a doormat. People can just ride rough shots on you. No. There must be a stop. There's things that must go. There are things that should not go. There should be a yeah and there should be a no. So thank you very much, Ndadetinan. And lastly, our supporters, those who invest in education, but more importantly, those who invest in Motheo. Motheo is a bankable district. Motheo is an investable district. If you invest in Motheo, you are investing in this future. You are investing in these bright minds. You are investing in this current leadership, which is making a telling difference right now. Therefore, thank you very much for doing that. And lastly, Team Motheo, Tate Dingani, I've seen Memoabi seated here. I've seen, yes, Memrochai. Okay, yes, Memrochai. I've also seen the colleagues at the door there. Very, very important. Yeah. Can you please stand up? I want you to give them a big round of appreciation. Thank you. Hard workers, hard workers. They don't complain about hard work because hard work is their lifestyle. We don't complain about hard work because hard work is our lifestyle. You hear someone complaining about hard work, you hear someone, cursing and being bitter, look at them and say, do yourself a favor. Embrace and accept that hard work pays. It is only through hard work that you are going to be successful. It is only through hard work that you are going to make it in life. It is only through hard work that you are going to make a mark. It is only through hard work that you are going to elevate yourself from the bottom. Nothing else. There is no any other ladder. There is no any other step. Avoid the other steps because they may take you halfway, or they may take you to a destination which is not called success, which is not called victory. You'll only reach that where you're going to be victorious if you embrace the step indicated as hard work. Hard work. Hard work will speak for you when you are not there. When people look at your reports, when people look at your certificate, when people look at your CV, in big offices all over the world, they will say, let us call this one from Bloemfontein. Let us call this one from Botshabelo. Let us call this one from Tabanchu. Let us call this one from Tweespruit, from Ladybrand. Let us call this one from Vepenau. Let us call this one from Diversdorp. Let us call this one from Motheo. Let us call this one from the Free, who are highly decorated in terms of the impressive physical addresses where they are coming from, in terms of their family backgrounds, in terms of the association with their high-profile parents, in terms of the type of schools where they are coming from, in terms of the material possessions their parents possess. But hard work will make you distinct, will make you stand out. Hard work will make the light shine on your darkness. And otabona hu bitswa wena. Hard work, when there are spaces at universities, and there are just about 100 spaces at the University of the Free State, 100 spaces at CUT, all over the country, for 2024 for the class of 2023, 2025 for the class of 2024, 2026 for the class of 2025, 2027 for the class of 2026, 2028 for the class of 2027, and 2029 for the class of 2028. I don't know what class of matric are you? Is there anyone who is, all of you are matriculants, remember. All of you will be finishing off the basic education journey. All of you. But it depends which class are you. Do we have the class of 2028 here? When I'm talking about the class of 2028, I'm talking about those who will be in matric in 2028. Do we have the class of 2027 here? Here is the class of 2027. Wow. Wow. Do we have the class of 2026 here? Do we have the class of 2026 here? Do we have the class of 2026 here? Do you have the class of 2025? Wonderful. Wonderful. Do you have the class of 2024? 2024. Therefore, Here, Memrochai, Memwap, the Didingan, Dr. Nzeto, the Dimrut. Here, the Ditinan. Here, please let us not talk about grade 8. Let us not talk about grade 9. Let us not talk about grade 10. Let us not talk about grade 11. Let us talk about the matric class of a particular year. The accumulation of your leadership, of your patience and fortitude, of your commitment will be tested and say, these ones, they have passed the litmus R up to grade 12. And they did not participate in grade 12. Yeah, in grade 12. You were involved in basic education for 12 years. But do you have the testimony? Do you have the testament? Do you have the testimony? Do you have the evidence to say, yes, I participated and I became victorious. I became triumphant. Will you have that national senior certificate? Not only certificate which will be the key to open opportunities at universities, to open opportunities for the funders, to open opportunities for employment. Because that certificate must speak for you in the boardrooms when you are not there. Okay? That certificate must speak for you when the selection committees are sitting, allocating space at universities in 2027, in 2028, in 2026, in 2025, in 2024. Barino Renka Ona. Look at the performance in languages. Look at the performance in maths or maths lead. Look at the overall performance. It is a bachelor pass with distinction here and there, here and there. I get a positive like a certificate. Put your fellow how you participated. You have met the absolute minimum requirement. It is not, should not be like that because you are leaders. And then therefore today, to us as a district, what I've just spoken about when drifting towards the Trojan Daditingan, what I'm just talking about here, it is don't ever do things for the sake of just compliance. Don't do things just for the sake of wezafela. Do it. When you do it, people must be able to see the heat in your heart, the determination in your heart. They must be able to see the mental strength in your head through your actions and ways. Therefore, this decision that you have made to lead the 2024 cohort of learners in Motheo Education District, it is a decision that we don't take light. You've made a decision to avail yourself to be leaders. To be leaders. And being leaders is not an easy thing, ne? You have taken a very difficult position to become leaders. I get it, you can't lead us astray. You can't lead us to doom, ne? You can't lead us to underperformance. You can't lead us to dysfunctionality. I get it. You can't. We are going to revolt if you do that. We are going to disown you. We'll stop the train at icon. How do you make the boards? We can't. Where is the train going to? And we'll be asking who they lead. Therefore, we have made a very difficult and very important decision to lead us, to lead the class of 2024. And for you, Ntate Dingane was just giving our report cards, Dr. Nzeto, our report card as a district. Look, Lona, in your leadership role, we have got a challenge. Ne? Do you know what is the challenge? The leaders, RCLs, TLOs, by 2023, in grade R to grade 7, we are a district that is performing above 93%. In primary schools, the lowest pass percentage from grade 1 to grade 7, the lowest pass percentage is 93%. I'm talking about the report card year 2023. Remember, they are not only leaders of secondary schools. You may be directly leaders of secondary schools, but indirectly, in the communities where you are, in the neighborhood where you are, the neighbors, they know you even at church. Hore, o moetapele. Ha o moetapele motshehare fela. O moetapele le bosiu. Ha o moetapele only at school. You are a leader everywhere. When I see you, and then I say leadership, baetapele. Therefore, it's very, very important that you must understand that. But I'm just giving you the report card of your predecessors, those who came before you, but 2023. I get primary schools, the lowest pass percentage is 93%. 93%. Then it comes to grade 8. Grade 8 now started dropping to be at 89. Grade 9 going up to the 90s again. Grade 10, oh my God, dropping. We have got a challenge in grade 10. Learners who are at your schools, even some of you, who's in grade 10? Is there anyone in grade 10? Good. You need to be very careful. Grade 10 is our lowest performing grade. You know what does that mean? Learners fail in big numbers. If you're not careful, you'll find yourself offeats. Therefore, when you speak to them, those who are in grade 10, your tone must change. Your language must change. You must make them aware of the risks. What are the risks? The risks are you are likely, if you're not going to work hard, you are likely to fail. If you fail, you are likely to drop out. You are likely to be demotivated and disgruntled. You are likely to increase the number of years at school. Remember, at secondary schools, you must spend how many years? 5 years. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just imagine if you fail, you add another year. 6. You fail again, 7 years. But they will behave like Ntate Marumo. Ntate Marumo ke motho a moholo empa ke bana ba sekolong. Okay? Make them aware of that. They must listen to the teachers, they must study. Grade 11, we are a district performing at 87%. Grade 12, you saw who watched the results on the 18th of January at 6 o'clock. Kimana Shibelezi TV, how many started the results? Who was watching? Right? Okay. You must start now washing because you are leaders. You must start washing. Okay. She will tell you, her minister, we say the top province again, Free State. Free State. Free State, yes. Are, hi, are the top district, man. No, tlamehile re shebile gore tlamehile be Motheo hape man. Ka o hla district e nngwe mane Johannesburg West. Ka e hlaya. Ene re bone gore bothata ke bothata ba rona, our biggest problems ke independent schools. Independent schools. And Dr. Nzeto, I have already declared war 2024. It can't be right. Tadetinan, it can't be right that our schools, our township schools, our town schools, we have got you working so hard on Saturdays, holidays, our teachers giving their all, my teachers are giving their all. We as a district giving our all. We have got people who will say it is normal to get 60%. It is normal to get 70%. It's normal. You know what does that mean? When you say it is normal to get 70%, it means if you have got 100 learners, it is normal for 30 of them to fail. It can't be right. It will never be right in Motheo. It will never be right. We are going to fight you. We are going to hit you up until every learner passes. We are going to hit you up until you work hard like all of us, or you leave. Ne? If you can't take the hit, get out of the kitchen. We are saying it unapologetically. I am saying, I don't care what is said. You can't fail. You can't repeat grades. It cannot be normal. That your future cannot be prioritized. Other people will prioritize all the other things. Why was I just applauding all these colleagues who are here? Because they are prioritizing you. Therefore, that is why, and then we are number 2. But despite of all of those, it is because of the hard work Yamatisha we are number 2. But with what percentage? 91.2. In the Free State, for 3 consecutive years, 3 successive years, dilemo tse tharo di latelana. And then the leadership, your predecessors, the class of 20, the leadership year 2021, Kair number 1 in the Free State. Challenge Korlona. The leadership year 2022, number 1 in the Free State. The leadership year 2024, number 1 in the Free State. Can I hear what will be the position in your tenure as RCL, STL, in end of 2024? What position? Number 1. In the country, we are coming back. With you, with your leadership, with your commitment, we are coming back. In closing, let me just share with you some of the qualities of effective leaders at your age. Ne? Some of the qualities of leaders. You must look back at 2024 in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time. Or 2024 was what I call the Rubicon. That's that Rubicon ke selemo se kapa ke ntho e tshintshile ela tshintsa bophelo ba hao. 2024, it must be the year when you turn the corner. 2024, it must be the year when your upward trajectory starts. Ne? 2024, it is when you are taking off. Ne? What's that for funny? You know the aeroplane, when it takes off. 2024 should be the year when you are taking off. Going up, going up, going up. And when you are up there, you maintain it. You maintain it. You maintain it until you reach your destination. You maintain it. How fihlile or what made me? It is because I took off very strong. I took off positive. I took off believing. Huh? I gave my all. Therefore, 2024 should be the year when you take off. Starting your upward trajectory. Your success must start now. Start now. Therefore, the fact that you have taken this position, let me just share with you, there are so many. I'm just sharing simple things which you know. The first thing that you must accept as a leader, the first thing is to accept the role and accept that it is not an easy role. Because you are the leader. Whom are you the leader? You are your own leader first before you become a leader to the others. You can't be a bad leader to yourself and you think that you are going to be a good leader to the others. Who is self-leading? When people listen to you, they must see a leader who talks power, the leader who exudes self-confidence and self-belief. Then they will believe in you. If they see that you believe, you sound like you believe in yourself. Just imagine here is a leader. He's going to motivate us. Dubela, naki kopa hore le asakeng le skala itso hahlene. Le skala itso hane. Wasa le ba yetapele ba hantle ne. People are looking at you. What will they believe in you? No. You are saying to people, they should not arrive late for their classes. Before you tell them, when will say, you must be punctual. If you say they should not make noise in class, you tell them that they should not make noise in class, but they hear you making noise. If you say they should not be dirty the walls, bangole, graffiti. If you say they should stop bullying, they should stop bullying. Bullying is not cool. But when you are bullying the others. If you say they should not steal from the other learners, but about phone you is wearing. Phone you is wearing. How about we guy? Ubuas khwase stelele se senang comma. Asa se khwase stelele se senang comma se senang full stop ne. Asa motho sa bua ntwe ngwe telele se senang comma, se senang full stop, se senang question mark. O tsebe mathata tile. Where you get the phone? If you stole the phone, you are not going to tell them anything about theft. If you don't work hard, you can't tell them to work hard. If you don't listen to the teachers, you can't tell them to listen to the teachers. You understand Hakere? The first thing, you must become your own leader. Because you must be the change that you want to see in the others. The change that you want to see in the others, they must see in who? In you. Therefore, the first person to lead effectively, Kema, Kwena. Like I want to make a pilanza Halingola Kamunal Kamun. Halingola Kamunal Kamun. Has submitted into Haisi. You become your first leader. That's the first thing. You are going to be a very good leader. What is the second thing that you must do? The second thing that you must become a conscious leader. How can I be leader? You must become a leader who is aware of your surrounding. You are aware what is happening at your school. You are a leader at your school, but things are happening at your school. You must be a conscious leader. What do I mean by a conscious leader? You are aware of what is happening. You are aware of what is happening. A leader who will go to the principal and say, Principal, hey, there's this thing. leader who will go to the SGB, the leader who will go to the teachers and say, leader who will go to the and say, "Ntswaki wa kula, ne? Can you call the ambulance?" Leader who will say, "Please, you must lock the bathrooms." Instantly, our baby classing. They are about the bathroom. A leader will be saying, "Principal, teachers, please conduct sessions." And you are telling the authority in confidence. What's that? Why am I saying you must be a leader who's aware of what is happening? You can't solve what you don't know. Yes, can you solve a problem if you don't know what the problem is? No. Never. In life, you will never deal with what you don't know. You will never, for you to solve the problem, you must know what the problem is again. Therefore, you need to be aware so that you should be able to know what the problem is and where are you going to get the solution. Some of the solutions are not yours. The solutions, ki psychologist, ki principal, ki maponesa, ki director, ki punta di dingani bayata kirne. And he is going to be your leader. SGBs, he will always be visible. He will always be a hardworking official. Therefore, you must need to be conscious. Be aware of what is happening, right? Be aware of what is happening. Then the third thing that you must do. The third thing that you must do. At times, at your age, you also need to prioritize yourself. It's something that we ignore a lot. You need to prioritize who? Who must be first priority to you? Other people can say it's selfish. You need to prioritize yourself so that you should be able to serve the others. Let me make an example. Here is food. You are a leader. You must dish out to the others. But you are very hungry yourself. How will you feed the others if you yourself, you are so hungry? You know, I made this example. And the colleagues. I made this example 2 weeks ago. The risk of not doing what you're supposed to do to the best of your ability. Then they must now come and dish, but sorry, plate. And on the plate, we have got 3 pieces of meat on the plate. 3 pieces of meat and 3 meatballs. The person who's bringing it to us, the detinan, is very hungry. Utlisa dijo ka mona, wa potela. Ona hana romaka an ato fitla le mararo. Motho o lapile a tlisa dijo tse. Do you think the food will be exactly the same? No. What will happen? Along the way, utlonka pisi yona aje. Again. Olapile. Can you blame that person? No. But I'm going to give these people, I'm hungry. Therefore, you can't. That's why when people are hungry and it is because people who are preparing the food are hungry. They must dish to the others, but they did not start with themselves. Do you think are they going to give you a good service? No. Do you think are they going to be friendly? No. When you say you want a second, you want a second portion, happy. Yes, do you think are they going to serve with a smile? No. Therefore, if you want people to be there at their best, they must start with themselves. Therefore, if you want them, food should not disappear. They should serve with love and passion. If they are going to dish out ka 10, let them ka 8 o'clock ba dule fatshe ba je dijo tseo ba je. Ha ba tlisa dijo mona, 3 pieces of meat, 3 meatballs, o tlo tfona ntse di tswa la ba tlisa. They are happy. And then, okay, are you fine? Yeah. But if they're hungry, what? It's the same with you. I'm just making this example. If you don't feed yourself first with your books, with motivation, you are inspired, you can't inspire the others. Therefore, you need to prioritize who first? Yourself. Other people say you can't feel the others. Henry Neville said, I wonder whether it's you once said, you can't fill the others' cups if you have not filled yours first. You can't pour from an empty cup. If yours is empty, you can't pour to the others. You can't give what you don't have. Can you love if you don't have love? No. Can you forgive if you don't have forgiveness? No. You must start forgiving yourself first. Then you can forgive the others. Before you help the others with their homework, you must help who first? So that you should know. Ne? Therefore, it's very, very important. Then number last. I'm just sharing this for. Number last. No, be very careful of the team, of the group you keep. Choose your friends very carefully. Know that there are wrong people you must avoid. Know there are wrong places you must avoid. Know there are wrong times that you should not be all over. Those 3 things. You must know the people who influence you. You must know the people whom you hang around with. You must know the places where you are. You must know the times when you should be where. Know the times when you should be where. At 12 o'clock midnight, where should you be? During the week. At 12 o'clock during the day, where should you be during the week? You see, if you don't know what time should you be where, you'll find yourself at the wrong time, at the wrong place, with the wrong people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How many cases have you had? Ngwana ke yona o disappearile. O na tsamaya there with the wrong people. Unkwe ke koloi. Have been given a lift by a stranger. That person does not know her name. There are people you should not hang out with. You can't be called to a stranger gives you a lift. You can't go to a stranger to a place that you don't know. Know those 3, ne? The right people, the right place, the right time. If you know Tseo Banabak, no one is going to influence you. At times you hear your parents say, hey, Wanaka, have got bad friends, bad influence. No, there's nothing like that. In life you choose. You might have chosen to say no, but you did not say no. Other people choose on Fridays to be at taverns, to be everywhere. Others choose to be at home and study. Others today have chosen to be at the malls. You have chosen to be here. Life is a life of choices. Yes, and there are consequences for every choice that you make. Therefore, we need you. You have just made a commitment to make sure that all the grades are going to improve this year. You have just said, and then in the country, when it comes to national senior certificate, we are reclaiming position 1. You have just said, and then in the province, we are retaining the first position. You have just said you are going to improve the performance of all the grades, including grade 12. You have just said that you yourself, I get it starts with you. You can't tell the others to fail, not to fail, whereas we're not to fail. Huh? You can't fail. Then you tell the others not to fail. It starts with you. Who is the first person that you are going to lead? Yourself. Ne? It is yourself. It is yourself. People now to choose what places, who are the friends, what time. The saying, show me your friends, I will tell you your future. It rings true. I wish you the best. Thank you very much.
As you remain standing, I would like us to sing for him again, because nobody remembers number 2. Nobody remembers number 2. Everybody is obsessed with number 1. We are number 1, Free State. We are number 1, and he's the biggest contributor of that. He's a district director, Ntate Moloi. You didn't know him. Today you know him. He is one of the success of the Free State. Can we sing for him for the last time? Ntate Moloi dumela, Ntate Moloi dumela, for those who just joined us. Ntate Moloi dumela, Ntate Moloi dumela, Ntate Moloi dumela, dumela, iyo dumela, Ntate Moloi dumela, Ntate Moloi dumela, Ntate Moloi dumela, dumela, iyo dumela. With me, Ntate Moloi, I take all those 4 musts of a leader. With me, when I leave here, Ntate Moloi, I'm taking all those 4 musts. A leader must accept the role. A leader must be conscious, not cautious, sorry. A leader must prioritize oneself. A leader must be careful about their friendship. You must choose wisely. Ne? As I'm calling upon the stage, an SGB chairperson, our favorite pastor, Ntate Makhanya, I will also say, Ntate Makhanya, remember the days of your youth. Remember the days of your youth. Earlier on, before he gave us the prayer, he said to you, remember the days of your youth. Ntate Makhanya, the stage is yours. I hope I said it right.
No, you did not say it right, sir. But I'll correct you. I am not Ntate Makhanya. And Ntate Makhanya, I was here with him earlier on. I am Sechaba Marumo, an apostle of Christ Jesus by the will of God. Therefore, district director, you see me today here this morning. Maobane Hussein, Rituelete Popano. Nerele Popano Hussein, Ntate Makhanya. We went there to give a word of motivation and a word of encouragement. Therefore, kana kwenta Dingan, how phone the district chairperson. I was with him in the car. We were from Popano. Ne unankisa hai ko Thabanchu. Therefore, abare ntate ke na le mabaka mangata hosane. Therefore, muruti o eme jwang hosane. Kare I'm available. Ntate Tinane o na se a inviteile kwana Bains Flame. Are no o shoutlile he. Ke tla unka ko fihle ko lahle Bains Flame. Ke bolele Ntate Dingan hore I'm not available. Then when out I emela nna. Nna be ke tsamaya ke ya go tsamaya ke eteng. That is why you see me here this morning. Jwalo ka Ntate Moloi a indicateile hore it is not an easy thing for one to avail themselves for this kind of mesebetsi he bana baka. Jwale ke ha ke tsholo jwalo Ntate Moloi hore a ke tla ba teng. Ke nna ona ke teng. Ke thabile haholo hampe o bona RT. Ha ke ngwana ka rutswile wa RT. Ntate Moloi, I am the product of RT High School. Make no mistake about it. Nna ke ngwana ka si ba gaetsho. Ke tla go Ramause Primary School. From Ramause Primary School, I went to the then Stradom Middle School before it became secondary today. ha ke tswa straight mo ke etsa standard 5 6 7 ha ke lo etsa 8 9 10 ke ya go Robert Tawana mo go high school go zone 3 go Thabanchu. I'm the product of there. Then from then tatemolo ha ke tsamaya ke ikela Vista University ba gaisho. All that I'm trying to say is that or boetapele bona bo motho o leng bona tsatsing lena did not start today, did not start yesterday. It started at Ramause Primary School. Therefore, high sale motho le moetapele o tswa Ramause wa ya Straidomo wa ya RT. That is why tsatsing lena ke le setšhaba marumo e ke leng yena ba gaisho. Ha ke bana ba township schools. I led at Neville Sege jolo ka ntatemolo yana bua earlier on hore neng hana ke le Neville Sege ge la ga bua eng. I was the chairperson of the school governing body ya Neville Sege. Before I became the chairperson, I was the secretary there. Gona go gora gore taba boetapele ha isale ntse e le teng. Se ke le ka go se bolela ke sena gore ho tloeng township schools ke le moetapele ka lo kena go tsana tsa toropong tsa ntse ke le moetapele le tsatsing lena tse ke le moetapele taba boruti ha e qale mona ntate moloi ha isale le teng ho tswa bonyaneng baka hona ho bolela hore wena from the township school you can be the best that you can be. That is why I'm here today. Ho tlo fa fela hanyane ka sena se ke tshwereng ka tsong ka mona ke tshwere buka e reng be the best that you can be. I am the author of this book. Ha ya ngolwa ke mang kapa mang. I am the author of this book. There is another book that I'm still busy with in Tatemoloi. E tla be ke lokolotse last year. Mare di nuggets tsa la setso tsatsing lena ke di nkile di di kenya ka ra buka eno Tatemoloi. Di nuggets tsa tsa boetapele because ke busy ka buka ya dynamic leadership doctor. I'm busy about that book. Therefore ke tsamaisana le yona tabena boetapele ha e ska tswa ka haruna bana baka ntate Makhanya tla matlo fa a message of support ke message o ke le fa ngona tsatsing lena kwa hore he boeteledi pele bona bo le decidileng hore le serious, and as you take it very serious, remember, as ntate has indicated, remember your God during these times of your youth. How tseile modimo o mmeile ko pele ga go ntate moloi o itse earlier on ke a mo quote are if God is for us, who can be against us? Nobody can be against you. Hobane modimo o na le wena. Therefore, you must know, some of us in here, you might be facing challenges and asking yourself questions. Let me just quote in the book of Romans chapter 8 verse 18. It says that the challenges of today can never be compared to the glory that is to come. Therefore, whatever that you are going through right now in your leadership roles, just know and understand that you are paving the way. If I gave up, I shouldn't be here. But because I did not give up with the challenges that I was in at that moment, here I am today, and I am enjoying the fruit of hard work. Therefore, Remoloi o rile mo go rona ba gaetsho a re berekeng ka thata ke se school governing bodies se se bolelang ka go ntate Makhanya ke district chairperson ya school governing bodies in Motheo e mono le encourage bana ba bang di classeng mo lenteng le encourage bana ba bang dikolo mo lenteng le tswe ka ra dikolo tsa rona gobane mo le simolotseng teng ke community ya rona. You must go back to our communities le bolelle bana ba ikentseng dinyaupe boy le dinyaupe girls gore he a se yona tsela ena ha re khutlele morao ha re itukiseng ha re khutlele morao ditseleng tse di rutuweng tse lokileng tsa re be ba etele dipele ba batle setšhabeng. Mantswe a mang a ke a ratang ho bua haholo ke a reng motjha e mong le e mong kgotsa motho e mong le e mong wherever you are o se ipone sa lelapa la ha lona ha re bona wena re bona mme wa le ntate wa hao. Therefore, I strongly believe jwalo ka ntate moloi a boletse hana eme mona hore ha o rate hore o hlaelle hampe. Therefore, o kekebe wa mo etele dipele ya hlaelang hampe empa o se mobe lapeng. Therefore, batswadi ba bangata ba rata hore ha re ba bitsetsa di-meeting tsa rona bana ba bona ba misbehavile dikolong mane o ba ngwana ona ka tlung ha tjena hobaneng a ba tjena a fihla sekolong motswadi wa makala. Therefore, se go kopa sona gore e ba se ipone se lokileng sa lapeng le ha o le sekolong se o leng sona ko lapeng nna shone le go sekoleng la o tswa go sekoleng o le ko lekeišeneng nna shone seo ka gonne wherever you are, whatever that you are doing, re bona batsadi ba gago re bona le gaile o tswang go gona re bona lekeišene le o tswang go lona re bona baaisane ba o huditseng ba o nang le bona. Therefore, be the great leader. Just be the best that you can be. That is the title of my book. That is why I'm saying today to you, just be the best that you can be. Because if you can be that best in the country, and will retain our position in the province. May the great God continue to be with you and bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ntate Marumo. I hope I said it right this time around.
Yes, sir.
As I'm calling upon the stage, I'm calling Ntate Tinani, who will give us the team dynamics. As he's approaching the stage, I want you to remember the days of your youth. Banamaka, for those who were elected in your respective schools, somebody saw something in you that they don't have. You were not respected TLOs and teachers in this building. You were not elected because of you were smart, because you were a slave queen or whatever. You were elected because they saw a leadership in you. As Ntate Tinani approached the stage, I believe he's ready. You can take over, Ntate Tinani, as we are running behind our program because we are now rushing to a tea break. I see my leaderships here are falling asleep. Some of them are hungry because they got here early. Can you give the round of applause to Ntate Tinani who will give us?
I'm told that I have to be short like my height. And that Dingane did not see me. I was seated there. And it's a combination of factors. Number one, I'm dark-skinned. Number two, I'm short. So I disappear. Dumelamba twice. Like I. Thank you. Fifi, I'm gonna be off mic for some time. 5 minutes. I want us to sing so that we can give you a piece of what is happening at our RCL training. Ajir. We are going to sing a song. President, you know the song. It's one and you repeat one. As it's two and then you say 1, 2. Ajir. Or 3, or 1, 2, 3. Ajir. Or 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10. Simple, ne? Can we start the song? Can you start it? Oh, I said the lyrics, President. One man from next door went to the river. One man from next door went to the river. Two men from next door went to the river. One man, 2 men from next door went to the river. 3 men from next door went to the river. 1 man, 2 men, 3 men from next door went to the river. 4 men from next door went to the river. 1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men from next door went to the river. 5 men from next door went to the river. 1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men from next door went to the river. 6 men from next door went to the river. 1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men, 6 men from next door went to the river. 7 men from next door went to the river. 1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men, 6 men, 7 men from next door went to the river. 8 men from next door went to the river. 1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men, 6 men, 7 men, 8 men from next door went to the river. 9 men from next door went to the river. 1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men, 6 men, 7 men, 8 men from next door went to the river. 10 men from next door went to the river. 1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men, 6 men, 7 men, 8 men, 10 men from next door went to the river. Thank you. By the way, colleagues, we did not make you aware when you started the program. Ne? You are live on Facebook. Please go to FS Online Plus. You will see yourself there. FS Online Plus on Facebook. You will be there. You will see yourself there. The reading, mine is not going to be long, colleagues. I just want to tell you where we started and where we are right now. No? We started with a series of meetings last year to build the Motheo, in fact, the Free State RCL development program. Because for a long time, your program has always been training, getting certificate, disappearing, doing it again next year. So we decided that this time is going to be a live program that's going to run for the whole year. And we're not doing it only here in Tatetingan, we're doing it in Karib, we're also doing it in Lejolipus. So it has, you are going to get the t-shirts with the district on the rise to greatness, our RCL program. Very nicely branded in Dadumloy. Because what we wanted to do, Ajiro Ronawa from private sector, we wanted to bring private sector and public sector together. Because a lot of time people would be saying, I don't know where this comes from, but it's like a perception that is there to say private sector, we are much more serious and strict in terms of quality than the public sector, of which I don't agree. You know, I believe that if Unalabatwa Flopang is their business, it's not like generic in that or the public sector, things are not done correctly. I mean, case in point would be Motheo, excellence in education, you know, and competing with schools that are private, that have better resources than us. But we still manage to be the best in the district. So we are going to the Indaba next week, and then that week we are going to Lekhotla, because Dr. Nzeto in Lejolipuzwa bareke Lekhotla, and then the last one will be Karib bareke Summit. So yarona ke Motheo RCL Indaba, ajer Lejolipuzwa ke Lejolipuzwa. Dr. Nzeto the provincial one. I don't know, you ran away from me last year because I was seated and suddenly you are gone, you left me behind. So Ndadedingane caught me this time to say, you know, we are staying here. So what I want to say to you is that I said it when we're of the South African Schools Act. It means you are more like a statutory body, you are a body of parliament. And I'm sure you did not pay anything to be here, did you? Did you pay something? Tell us. Le charge you to le patale RCL. You know, because government is actually covering your cost. So we've been, as Teams Dynamics, I also work for Teams Dynamics Consulting, we've been training RCLs for the past 17 years. And over the years, we saw, I was amazed to see a principal that was an RCL member. You know, if you're in politics, you would know people are from COSAS, they are from SASCO. So here we have RCL. And then we have teachers, we have engineers, we have entrepreneurs. The former president of Linyorala Tuto, RCL in Botshabelo, he runs a multi-million construction company. I'm trying to get him to come with us to Indaba to share with them, you know, the journey, how he did it. And then there's a lady who was the president of Senakangweji many years ago, is a chief engineer at ESCO. She was the, and then there's another one also from Linyorala Tuto. Tsepiso is these people that are designing policies, are they called actuarial scientists or something like that? She designs policies, I think, for Old Mutual, if I'm not mistaken, for one of the insurance companies. So you are going to take this very serious, colleagues, because apart from the fact that you are elected to come and lead here, not a lot of people, actually leadership is privilege. I'm not sure as to whether you are aware. Not everyone can actually be elected to be in your position where you are. So you have to make the best of it. Secondly, in China, they don't use democracy. They don't use democracy. They use a system called meritocracy. It's from the Chinese Confucian system that have been using for a long time. So we wrote the guidelines, going to be selected before you are elected. Does it make sense? Meaning you tell us that I want to be the president of the district and you give us reasons why. So we select you before we elect you. If you collapse in the selection level, you are going to be additional member number 24, give you a position of chairperson of bereavement committee. But if you are the best, we are going to give you the president. So all of you seated here, you might be interested to say, all of us, we want to be president of the district council. You might be even interested to be in the province, but you give us the reasons. So we are going to give you the forms. So between now and Saturday, you can just write us and tell us the reasons why. Nicely, in any language. It does not have to be in English. Any language. And then day one, we are going to review the policies, their constitution of the district. And then we are also going to get a training on roles and responsibilities. I think it's what Dr. Nzeto is going to do. We are going to do it again so that you understand your roles and responsibilities. Ne? And then we are going to get a chance to play. So the place that we are going to in Tetemlo has water and water sport. So the elders said there was an incident in Gauteng where a Leonard route. So you will see in the packs that we are getting, there are things that you have to bring on Saturday. Ne? So water sports are banned. We are not going to have any water sports. And then I don't know how we're going to block it because where you are sleeping, the water is just behind you. So we'll monitor you very closely. I think our TLOs will be there to assist us. So in the evening, we are going to accept your pitches. You pitch for the position that you said you want. If you said, I want to be deputy president, I want to be the secretary of the district, I want to be deputy secretary and treasurer, I think we'll also share with you the portfolios. I agree, we're going to do that. So all the 24 of you as the council, you have responsibilities, what we normally call roles, ne, that you're going to be playing. So who wants to be president? Who's confident to say, I can lead this thing?
Wow.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm amazed. Beautiful. You know, when South Africa was playing, is it? There was a game, Muruti, where they got a penalty. Ne? Is it the last game, the semi-final?
The first game.
No. Was it Morocco? Or Opola, they missed the penalty.
You missed the penalty against Senegal.
Is it?
Mali, the first game.
Is it?
Against Mali.
No. Where the other team missed the penalty? It was Morocco. And I said to the elders that getting a penalty is one thing, scoring it is another.
Yes, sir.
You can say, I want to be president, until you tell us why. Or what? So I get to be, do you see how many of you wants to be president? So we're going to sit and listen to reading. Dr. said we're going to be listening here. So we'll give you, we don't want to confine you, President. No, we don't want you to tell you how to tell us how you want to be the president. You are going to tell us. So we're not even going to give you guidelines to say, if you could be president of the district, what can you change that was not done by the previous presidents? Does it make sense? So who wants from Motheo, who wants to be the president of the province?
Wow. Really wonderful.
Okay. Beautiful. So we are going to have those portfolios, no? So in the forms that we are filling, you will just tell us that I want to kind of what is the correct word? I want to campaign for presidency, ne? And then you give us the reasons why. So we'll sit there, Dr. Nzeto, and just consider the application and choose the best ones. So you are going to be candidates because you are going to vote for each other. Ne? So in the evening, you are going to lobby one another for the votes the next day. Does it make sense? Thank you so much. So the part of the program, colleagues, and the team dynamics were paid 700 for the whole year, only one school. There was a school from Bloemfontein, I remember, but I know there were 4. In 2008, there were more than 40. I even won the Free State Premier's Youth Award for entrepreneurship. So we built a program from 700 to 2 million last year. You know, it takes you 17 years to close $1 million. When Shoprite did it in less than 2 years or 3 years of their formation. Even on their formation, Shoprite was already 10 million. So do you see how humble the journey is? So we are going to prove it to you as young leaders here, to say, and by the way, I'm going to stick around, colleagues, I will see you after 5 years. We did a training for Ntemo Saying, and then the ladies never thought that I was telling the truth when I told them in 5 years I will be here. So I want to see what you become from here. So this is your opportunity, it's your launch pad to use it to be the best that you can be, like Muruti said. Reshapa, your colleagues. Thank you so much. So I don't want, like I said, I don't want to be long. Lastly, we are going to have, we launched a program called Best RCL Project Challenge. So you are going to get the concept document and the forms. You go to school, you register now. We are closing on the 29th or 30th of August. So in the process, you can do any project that you like. And then when we go to 2024 SGB Awards this year, we are choosing the best project. And then we are going to give you 10,000. And you know what I said about 10,000? I said, if you win it, what's your score? I'm saying, if you win it, you can leave 5,000 go school and then go to exams. You can share it and do a chisa nyama or buy data, whatever it is. 5,000 is yours. We are giving it to you. So this is how we work, colleagues. Teams Dynamics is a private company. We are a consultancy company. We're not only working with schools, we're working with universities, we're working with TVET colleges, we're even working with corporates. We did team building for FNB in Velco. And then we're doing work now next week for Goldfields TVET College. That week, I think sometime during the SGB elections, we'll be doing Lovedale TVET College and in the Eastern Cape, and also Orbit in Rustenburg in Northwest. So that's our work. So we are training the RCLs. So I'm wearing two hats here. I'm the acting CEO of the Free State School Governance Institute, which is the fastest growing SGB association in South Africa right now. And then we are the only regionally based SGB association. We're only in Free State. We're not interested in Limpopo and Gauteng. We love our province, and then we are here. So, we are coming well with our recognition process, Dr. said. Very nicely. We're actually seated at 91%. I'm sure in the next 2 weeks we'll be good. The accountants are busy with the financial statement that's going to be audited. And then membership, we are currently, is seated safely around 70 something, and then we have 3-4 programs, and Harib donated us 20 schools that are going to close the 10%, so we'll be okay. So we'll be the first ever since 1994 SGB association to be recognized formally by the department. Isn't it that nice? Yes. So I'm also working here. I've been working here for the past 17 years. I lead the team at Teams Dynamics. And let me take this moment and introduce my colleagues. I'm sure as I call them, they will come here so that we can see all of them. When we agreed with you and we felt that we needed to expand the team so that we have more training facilitators that will assist with our training. And but before I do that, I'm going to introduce our ambassador. We have ambassador of RCL training. You are going to, from the attendance register, we're going to add you into our provincial RCL group. So there's a lady that we're going to be talking to here. She's a sports presenter, go CUTFM. And then I was amazed when I was talking to her saying that she's shy. How can you be shy when you are on radio? Let's welcome Pink Grapes. She's a DJ, she's a radio presenter. So she's our ambassador, Dr. said. She's the one that we're talking to. You will see her as a program director.
Well, actually, just here to welcome you guys. I hope you're gonna have a great year, and good luck with your leadership work, and good luck with your financial and also Dinto Tsa School. Just make sure that you are able to manage your private life and your school life, and make sure that you make the correct decisions that lead you to the path that you want to go in. Thank you very much.
Okay, I think you can see what I did. Ne? I give it 2,000, so. Now we are old doctors. So she's our ambassador, she's going to be with you. Let me invite our facilitators. Let me call Mr. Pigzo. He's from Botshabelo, but he speaks a very crisp English. Yes. And he's also a former radio presenter, right? Yeah, CUTFM, but now he's with FS Online channel. Actually, the FS Online Channel Plus.
Yes.
On Facebook, you will see yourself there. So he's also a sports presenter and our colleague that we love so much. So he's going to be one of our presenters for your RCL training. If you are not trained yet by Teams Dynamics, you know that you're going to be talking to him. Let me welcome our next colleague, Motheo Potani. She's one of our facilities. She's on TV. Are you still on TV, by the way? Oh, is it? Okay, let's give her a round of applause. Okay, and then I think lastly, Ntate Thabo Mosola, he's an author, Muruti, he writes books as well. Yes, he's one of our facilitators who's going to be working with us. Let's give him a round of applause. And then I have my comrade at the office in Tadumlo. He's a dynamite in small package. Our programs coordinator, Mentabele Mdokesha. She was also on CUTFM, I think.
Yes.
Why are people from CUTFM filling our space here? And then she likes to call herself Bambino. She's our colleague. So this is your force, Ndadumloy, that is going to be working with you. Carefully selected because we believe in quality. We're so much obsessed with quality. So we made sure that we only look for the best. We have done a couple of projects with them, but they are starting this coming weekend. I think we have Leratong and Atlehang training that is happening this weekend, and Subunelo as well. So they are going to be there. And on TV, Muruti, today we are being streamed by the boss, the director of FS Online channel, Refilom officer. She's seated right there at the back. Hi. So she's the one. So they are also going to prepare us a podcast that will be having it. And we struggled. The poster that we released yesterday, it was supposed to be having your face, so we could not get it anyway. So I asked, no, thank you very much, colleagues. Thank you. Okay, colleagues, we don't have, we have the packs there at the back. Bambino, let's give to all of you. So in the pack there are documents, colleagues, because we are aware in the room, program director, we only have, I think, about only one school that we have trained so far. It means that we still have a long way to go. But in that you gave us until April, that we should be done by April so that we can start implementing our programs and projects. So I wish you all the best with the 10,000. Invite me when you eat the other 5,000 so that I can be there. So the folders, they are supposed to be arranged. I'm sorry, because if it's not yours, please give it to the relevant person later on, because one is for the 24 that is going to the INDAM. And in it, there's a registration form. We just want your basic information of the school, the TLO, and your t-shirt sizes, because we have to print your uniform. So please, if it's not yours later on, you would know, and then we'll just swap. And then from there, we are only going with presidents. Yes. We are only going with presidents. We apologize, colleagues. Our wish was to take both the president and the secretary, but due to the capacity of the venue, we had to. But we'll do something beautiful for you. Don't worry. We are here. So let us meet in Velem Pretorius on Saturday. We'll discuss the logistics. So for schools that are not trained by Teams Dynamics yet, there's a form in the minute. You can just fill it, including those that wants to be members of the FSGI. Because we also have another training that where we are training SGB members who are still members how to be SGB members. So it's free of charge. You don't even have to pay for it. We are just preparing you to say, as you are members of the SGB, what are things that you need to say? Because most of you go into the SGB meeting, you keep quiet. Well, but we don't want that. So there's also a program that we composed at Mloy where we are helping Naval Sec to raise money. There are 4 learners that are going to France. So we said, we did it in Leratun last year. It was not exactly as successful as we would have wanted it to, but it's an RCL open day. All of you are invited. And then we wants to raise 120,000 in one day. Unfortunately, one of them, I think she's here. Oh, are you here? Oh, welcome, man. Yeah, so we are helping you to go, because I'm told that for each one of you is about 30,000. Oh, it means we need to work fast, We need to work fast. Oh, but Ntate Malawan is coming here. Is he here? The principal? Oh, I'm meeting him at school. So we are helping them, the reading and to raise the money. And also to raise the money for the program. Because winter is coming, Dr. Nzeto. I want them to wear nice jackets. It's the RCL. So we have a lot of work to do, colleagues. Thank you so much. I don't know if I missed anything. If I did, please forgive me. So for schools that are not yet trained by Teams Dynamics Consulting, there's a form in the pack. You just fill it, we'll come in and collect it later on when we are done. And I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tinani from Team Dynamics. Mr. Tinani, I want you to hold accountable for something. I hear the name of the schools here. As the face of the youth, I don't hear the name of my school, Vulamasango. And I want to hold you accountable for that. Because the schools were handpicked, were chosen. I don't know the criteria, but I want my school to be there. I want my school to be trained. But we will talk about that at tea break. It's fine. As we are about to go to the tea break, I want our leaders to remain in their seats, and we as the RCL members to go to tea break. At least let's just do it for 15 minutes. Can you do it for 15 minutes? And then we go to the tea break. But however, we go as leaders. Ne? Ke batla group ele e etse tea. Ne? Because we are leadership. It's not our feeding scheme where we go and queue there. Ne? Sharp. Can we break for at least 15 minutes? But before we break for 15 minutes, I would like to call upon Mera Lepoma to come and introduce herself to you. Because before I was handed over, or before I was elected to be the district TLO, I took from him. She was the district TLO before me. So I would like her to, please welcome her with a round of applause.
Can I quickly introduce one of our colleagues here, the subject manager?
You are more than welcome, Mr. Zingane.
Good morning once more. Good morning. Yeah, I just want, remember now, my duty was to do introductions. So I also want to acknowledge and introduce one of my colleagues, the circuit manager for Circuit 2, Ntate Kanedi. Let us welcome him.
Good morning, everyone. This is Mera Lepoma from Lenyora La Tuto, teaching life orientation. Passionate about life orientation, passionate about everything that involves learners. Currently the PLC coordinator of life orientation in Botshabelo. But this year we are also including Bloemfontein, Tawanchu, and Dweespruit. So I'm pretty much sure that with the programs that we are doing, we'll also enhance how the RCL works in schools, so that we intertwine what we are supposed to do as RCLs in schools with also what we are doing in life orientation. Because we should not only do what we do in class, but not applying it in our lives. Congratulations to everyone who have been elected to be here, and congratulations to those who will be elected to be district RCL. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mayor. I know that you are passionate. I know you work tirelessly, so on Saturdays you are at school. During the week you are at school. You are even involved in the school sports, netball to be specific. I know that. As we are about to break, I need us to, at least, it's 11:15 now. It's 11:15. Can we be back at 30:30? Or can we be back or be seated at 30:30? Can we do that? 15 minutes. Can I make it 30? 30 minutes. All right. Can we break for 30 minutes at least at 1:45? Ne? Ne? Please. We can go.